Social media companies might be facing their big tobacco moment. If you were born after cigarettes were found to be addictive, that's what I'm talking about. There were hearings that established a direct tie between addiction and cigarette product. That appears to be what prosecutors in a landmark trial in Los Angeles that's going on this week is attempting to make the tie. Now, Meta, one of the companies that's being sued over this, is pushing back heavily on that claim, saying that there is no direct tie between clinical addiction and social media, pointing to the fact that the lead plaintiff in the case that's going on had other mental health issues and depression tied to family dynamics. The thing is, this trial is the first time that these companies, Meta and YouTube, are facing a jury. And so on Wednesday this week, they brought in the head of Instagram, Adam Asiri, and had him testify. The plaintiff's lawyer directly came up against him, citing quotes from a podcast interview Asiri had given a few years ago, where he talked about addictive traits of social media or social media addiction. Asiri said, hey, I used that phrase addiction way too casually. He said he's not a medical expert, and so he can't define clinical addiction, but he did say that internally him and his colleagues talk about, quote, problematic use. So someone that is spending more time on Instagram than they would like to. Now, several parents who have lost their children due to self-harm or who have died by suicide, tied to what they say with social media struggles, they're attending this trial because it's the first of nearly 1,000 that we've seen against these social media companies. They say they want to see accountability. They think that their children might even still be alive if Meta had programmed its design differently. They likened social media platforms to a space more dangerous than anything they would introduce their child in real life. So there's a lot on the line here when it comes to this case and the one that's ongoing in New Mexico right now in terms of precedent setting and what type of other lawsuits and the results of those lawsuits that we might see parents bring against social media companies in the future.